also. Okay. Here one more question. One more question on transformations. Choose the notation below to describe the translation. So I see that this one is it reflection, rotation, or translation? Is it reflection, rotation, or translation? If you look at the question, I see that it is slided. It is slided. How is it slided? I have to identify which is the object and which is the image. That is really important. So I see that most of the time students are tricked. This is the pre-image. Pre-image means the original object, and right side which is there, that is the image. But if you observe carefully, I see that here is point A and point B. So these all are uppercase letters and no prime symbol like A prime, B prime kind of thing. Therefore, this is the pre-image. This is the pre-image or the original object given, right? The original one. Now we have to count the number of blocks, how many times it moved. Like let me take point A, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. After 9 blocks, it came here, right? This is, vertical line always, the vertical line represents the y-axis, right? So how many blocks? It is 9 blocks up, therefore it is up by 9 units, right? And next, let me count the horizontal blocks. Let's take it here and from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Therefore, horizontal, it is moved to 9 units to the left side. So first of all, I counted the number of blocks. Then what I have to do is, now I identified that on x-axis, which means the horizontal movement. You remember left and right, that is the x-axis, left and right, that is the x-axis. It moved by 9 places, therefore x minus 9. And next, when it comes to y-axis, the vertical one, it moved up. Up means it is positive, therefore y plus 9. So the translation took place. This is the notation of the translation. This is the translation notation. Okay. Let me take one more question. It is a simple translation. So let me take one more. Let me shrink it a little. Okay. Suppose if this is a question, s is -2, -3, x is -2 and -3 is here, -4. So 2 points are given. It is reflected in x equals to -1. Therefore, x equals to -1 is here. X is -1 is here. Then, when it is reflected, see, if a graph is given, it's easy to count the number of blocks. Like, I can count 1 block, 2 blocks, then the other side of the line of mirror, 1 block, 2 blocks. So here is going to be my first point, which is S. S is, this will be S prime. So S prime will be x is -2 and y is 1. It is -2 and +1, and next t prime is going to be, t prime is 1 block, 2 blocks, 3 blocks, 4, 5, 6 blocks. So 6 blocks means it is -1, 2. Okay. Now Is there any relation? Please observe carefully. Tomorrow, I don't want you to kill your time. S, the given point, S is negative 2, comma 3, and T is negative 1, comma negative 4. Okay? So do you see any relation? One point is for sure, it is clear that the value of x is not changed. When something is reflected in the x-axis, the value of x remains the same. But y is changed. When it is reflected in negative 1, then how can you establish a relation between 3 and 1? That 90 degrees. So clockwise 90 degrees. We don't have any rules for clockwise. We don't have any rules for clockwise. What are the rules you learned and by hearted? That is for counterclockwise. That is for counterclockwise. So we have to check 90 degrees clockwise equal to what angle of counterclockwise. So counterclockwise, I see that it is 3/4, which is equals to 270 degrees. So 90 degrees clockwise is same as 270 degrees counterclockwise. Counterclockwise. So when 90 degrees clockwise is given, just I am striking, and this one I am rewriting as 270 degrees counterclockwise. If it is not mentioned in the question whether it is clockwise or counterclockwise, by default, we consider that one as counterclockwise only all the time. So if it is 270 degrees counterclockwise, I remember that xy becomes counterclockwise 270 degrees. I have to switch x and y values, and then the second letter, which is x, the sign need to be switched as negative x. Therefore, my s prime values, negative 2, 1, negative 2, 1, this is my s prime values, this is my s prime values. This one becomes as, you swap x and y values and switch x sign. Therefore, negative 2 becomes as positive 2. I'm writing x value first and y value goes here. So it's 1 and 2. And next, the second point, t, that is t prime changes, which is negative 1, comma 2. This one becomes, we have to swap the values. Therefore, y comes to the first position and x goes to second position, and also switch the sign, negative 1 to positive 1. So this is t double prime, and this one is s double prime. We are done. Okay. And next, which of the following describe the transformation ABC to A? These kind of questions will be given for sure. Let me copy one of these questions. Oops. Let me copy one of these. This one looks better. Then let me post it on my whiteboard. So you have to be very, very careful with the symbols. So which is the pre-image or the original one? Don't forget that the image that is having all the capital letters here, PIE. So this is going to be my pre-image. This is going to be my pre-image, and this one is the first transformation. The first transformation I'm shading with red color. This is my first transformation because P prime, I prime, and E prime. And I see that the result is the reflection. It is a flip. Right? So this is reflected in this one. So first transformation is a reflection in x-axis. It is a reflection in x-axis. This is first transformation. And my second transformation is, I see that again, this one is flipped. It is not rotated, but I see that it is flipped. And this time, y-axis is the mirror line. Therefore, reflection in y-axis. So tomorrow you'll be having this kind of combination of transformations or compound transformations questions. And let me take one more question of this one, the same type. Let me take one more example of this type. Okay, let me go to whiteboard. Okay, so here, what kind of transformation is this one? What kind of transformation is this one? So I have to look for A prime, B prime, C prime, those kind of things. So I noticed that this is my original object. This is my original object. Let me shade it with a beautiful color K. This is my original object, and I see that A prime, B prime, C prime are, let me shade with a different color, with the green color. So this is the first transformation. I see that this is flipped. The diagram is flipped. Therefore, the first point is it flipped? Seems to be. I'm sorry, my eyesight is really bad. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry friends, this is the original object, this is the original because A, B, C are given. I'm sorry, my eyesight is really bad. So this is the original object. And this one is, I see that reflected. Is it reflected? Yes. Then this is the reflected one. This is A prime, B prime, C prime. Therefore, first one is reflected in, I see that it is reflected in this horizontal line, so in x-axis, and the second one is, you see that this one is slided, right? So sliding, therefore it is translated by how many steps? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to left side, translated to left side. So how many steps? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Translated by 5 units left. You are done.